on the agenda is planet Earth. The question before us is this. Has the time finally come to admit that planet to our intergalactic economic community? Are they ready for our fast-changing world? Well?
Mr. Chairman, the last report from Earth was mixed. On the one hand, people there are becoming much more familiar with change.
That's good.
Oh, yes, but for some reason, many people still don't embrace change. In fact, some actively resist it.
But why? Why do they feel that way?
No one really knows. Some blame it on fear of the unknown. Others on the introduction of too many new breakfast cereals.
But don't they see how self-defeating that is?
They say they do, but resisting change takes many subtle forms. I'm afraid I must vote against offering them membership at this time.
I see. I agree.
But maybe they've changed.
Changed? Earthlings?
You said they resist change. You didn't say they never change.
I think we need to see for ourselves. Will someone please beam in the telescreen? I can never make that thing work.
Hey, can you figure out this new work order form?
How about it? It's all wrong anyway.
Yeah, what you need isn't on there. What was wrong with the old one?
Pecan Sandies? What happened to the chocolate chip?
Ah, they upgraded some of the snacks.
But I always get chocolate chip.
Live dangerously.
So I told Chet, I'll do what I can. But if I miss something, don't blame me. It's not my fault you can't understand that form.
You know what's gonna happen.
What?
Orders will get messed up. Customers will start complaining.
Good, then maybe somebody will listen.
You guys hear Sharon might be leaving?
That's all we need.
I thought you didn't like her.
Hey, if you want to break in a new supervisor, be my guest.
The way things are going, the new one will be worse than Sharon.
Is she really going?
Who knows? Probably.
Anybody want a pecan sandy?
Speaking of Chet, we got 10 minutes.
What's this all about anyway?
You know as much as I do.
Ways to improve parts ordering sub-process. I mean, what's that supposed to mean?
What can I say? The guy just likes meetings.
Yeah, well, something's going on. Why did he call us out here in the middle of the afternoon?
Relax. You worry too much.
Who's worried? I'm not worried. It just doesn't make sense, that's all.
What does around here?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they want a supervisor with sales experience.
Sales? In customer service?
Yeah, so when customers call up, you can sell them other stuff. We did that where I used to work.
Sales.
Yes, Anita, sales.
Oh, no, not me.
I don't know. Could be interesting.
Forget it.
It's a big change, I can tell you that.
Hey, I'm all for change. That's not the point.
You're really not going to eat these?
Help yourself.
Thank you. Pretty good. Don't you like these?
I don't know. I've never had one.
It's a shame, really.
Is there no hope for them?
What I saw was pretty grim.
What's a pecan sandy?
We need to help them.
They're beyond help.
What if we sent someone to show them the way?
It might be worth a try.
I'm afraid they're too locked into their negative point of view.
Perhaps if we get one or two to see things differently, they might be able to turn the others around.
There's one Earthling, Rosalie, I think, who seems open to change.
But, Mr. Chairman, you can't tell Earthlings who resist change to change. They'll resist.
That's why whoever goes to Earth will have to be a very special being. Very special indeed.
I still think there's something weird going on. You do what you want, but I'm keeping my eyes wide open.
Excuse me.
When was the last time he called us in here for a meeting in the middle of the afternoon?
Excuse me. I think you're giving these people way too much credit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It sounds as if you have some pretty strong feelings.
About this meeting.
This is not about my feelings, okay?
My mistake. Sorry.
We're just having a cup of coffee here, okay?
Although I imagine, with these changes going on, there are some people with some, well, some concerns.
I think he's got your number, buddy.
Knock it off.
Now you, I'm thinking you don't have any concerns. All right?
Me? No.
That's what I thought. You've already checked everything out. You got all the facts about everything.
There are no facts. Things aren't that organized around here.
That's too bad. Too bad. Because if you're worried about change, which I realize you two aren't, don't get me wrong, collecting the facts is usually a good way to put out the fire. Listen to me. Did that make any sense at all?
Yeah, it did.
I'm sorry. I've disturbed your meal.
No problem.
Have a cookie.
I think I'll save it for later, for when I have my soda. You see, I have a soda every afternoon. It's kind of funny, those habits we get stuck in, isn't it? Well, it's kind of like you with your chocolate chip cookies. And you with your old work order form.
Cookies have nothing to do with that work order form.
You are correct. You're correct. What was I thinking? Still, isn't there some sort of principle here? Maybe don't get stuck in a rut? Or look for the positives in new things.
You haven't seen that new work order form. There are no positives.
Not one? Really? Very interesting. You gotta wonder what they were thinking.
They weren't.
Because this place is doing okay. So you gotta think that there was somebody who... But you're probably right. They just weren't thinking. Hey, it happens, right?
Every day.
Or how about this? Maybe the new form is basically a good idea, but it's just got a few kinks. Like a lot of new things. So you gotta give it time. Maybe even work a few of them out. Huh? Too much of a stretch? I was afraid of that.
Where's our regular janitor?
Oh, he suddenly got, called away. He'll be back.
I don't think it's a stretch. Well, I don't.
Wait a minute, you think I have time to redesign a form?
And also what you said about getting the facts before you throw something out.
Did I say that?
When you've been around as long as I have, you smell trouble. You don't need facts.
Yeah, there's nothing like experience, is there?
That's right.
On the other hand, they say if you're looking for trouble, trouble is what you'll find.
Huh? They also say you can't make chicken salad out of chicken feathers.
I have to apologize here. You see, I had no intention of starting an argument. Wow. Just goes to show how we all affect each other.
Oh, yeah?
Why, sure. Take somebody with your experience. People listen to you, right?
Well, I don't know about that.
Now, if you were to talk up the positives, people would get on board.
What if there aren't any?
I guess you could just not say anything.
There's a challenge.
Hey, give me back my cookies.
Or what's that expression? Act as if.
Act as if?
Act as if you like the idea. So, eventually the good points start to sink in.
That's complete nonsense.
I don't think so.
Oh, I gotta get going. I know you've got a meeting to go to. Rosalie?
Okay.
Good. And good luck.
Hey.
Hi.
All set for another night of training on a pathetic new computer system? Yeah, another wasted Wednesday night. Oh, and plus this week, I get to miss a playoff game.
Well, what if you taped it?
It's not the same. If the training was any good, I wouldn't mind, but it's a total waste of time.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Jane comes up to me before lunch and asks me about an account I miscoded or forgot to code. She goes, "Haven't you been going to the training?" And I said, "You mean that 2 hours of chaos every week that nobody even bothered writing a manual for?"
You did not.
Well, I felt like it. Hey, you said yourself, it's totally disorganized.
I did?
Rosalie?
I guess I've been doing some rethinking.
Since when?
Since, I don't know, it just suddenly hit me how much energy I've wasted fighting this new computer system.
So now it's wonderful?
No, I'm not even sure that's the issue.
What do you mean?
I mean, what if this system was perfect? We'd still need training. We'd still feel awkward at first.
And your point is?
Maybe it's time to suck it up and deal with it, you know?
Really?
It's not like it's totally lame. It helps us treat customers as individuals. That's good.
So who died and made you head cheerleader?
I'm not saying I love it.
Really?
It is hard to do the extra coding and still handle the same number of calls.
So?
So I figure I better get good at coding. And I agree we'd be better off with a manual.
Yeah, well, they messed that up big time.
But what if we all took notes in training and we put them together? We'd have something like a manual.
Why should we do their job?
Maybe there's some other idea.
Yeah. Like tell them that they gotta write us a manual.
Or what?
Get used to a lot of coding mistakes.
Which they won't. And where does that leave us? That's why I figured we might as well get on with it.
Cheerleading is not my style.
You don't have to sell it. Just look for the bright side.
What if there is no bright side?
Assume there is. Act like there is. And see what happens.
Well, there's a new thought.
Maybe there's a payoff for you.
Like?
Like? Something tells me you've had enough cheerleading for now.
Maybe not. Like what?
I don't know. I guess we have to find out for ourselves.
This is a whole new you. What happened?
At lunch, there was this strange... I guess I figured why not give it a try, see what happens.
Well, that's a good question.
Well, let me know when you come up with an answer.
Way to go, Rosalie! Was I right? Did we get things started?
But she barely scratched the surface.
That's okay. She got him thinking. He'll do the same with others.
Perhaps. So, Mr. Chairman, do we invite Earth to join our community?
I believe it's too soon to say. Let's revisit this matter at our next meeting. That would be in 2,000 Earth years?
Correct.
Good. All right. I've saved the best for last. Our next item is the complete reorganization of our cyberspace working quarters.
Oh, goody, goody, goody. How delightful.